Welcome to the crypt of the Scarab god. Is it treasure you seek? Okay, dumb. Alright, so our opening here goes. Let's get to close out. Playing against Brago. We've got Demonic Tutor, Victim. Yeah, we'll keep on this one. We can Demonic Tutor for some nice little reanimator stuff. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's get our commander squared up. Playing against Brago. Hopefully this is not too gnarly. Let's go and get the Temple of Deceit down. Let's get the Scry going. But yes, welcome. Hey, I'm sorry. If I scared you with my intro, I'm sorry, guys. That was pretty spooky. Void Winnower. Do we want that right now? We could draw something to kind of draw a few cards and discard. Let's go and put that on the bottom right now. I'd like to kind of maybe hand select our reanimator package. Don't really want to draw that right now. And then let's kind of just double, yeah, we are recording. So, we are welcome to the Scarab God. We're playing the Scarab God. Welcome to the crypt. Hopefully you survived today. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Then for 4 mana, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Ooh, drawn to reanimate. I'll take that. Let's go ahead and get the Marsh Flats down. Let's go ahead and crack the Marsh Flats. Yeah, I think I know what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and go for, let's get the Marsh Flats down. Let's grab one of our duels. Let's grab the Underground Sea. Let's go for Demonic Tutor. And then we're going to go ahead and grab that that Void Winnower. That way we can at least keep him off Brago. And that might make him scoop, so we'll see. And if a Brago player scoops because of that, that would just make me happy. Be a happy camper. What are we looking for? We're looking for Buried Alive. There we are. Alright. Let's grab that Buried Alive. It goes into our hand. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. And then, yeah, we do have Cavern of the Souls, which is nice in this matchup, if we're playing against a control-style matchup. Then, as far as the Scarab God goes, whenever it dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end-step. So it doesn't matter if it's our end-step or our opponent's end-step. It's nice to have that clause. Let's go and get the Catacombs down. Let's go and crack. I think we're going to go and grab another. We'll go and shock this and water your grave in. I'm okay with that. I'm going to have access to it. Yep. Let's go and go for Buried Alive. See if we got the have a counter spell. If not going to be the end of the world. Go for Buried Alive. We'll be able to search our library for 3 creature cards, put them into the graveyard, and then shuffle your library. But it looks like I might see a counterspell on this one, which is, that's okay. That happens sometimes. Well, okay. I guess not. Never mind. I'll take that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go for Void Winnower. For sure, because they can't even. Our opponent can't even do anything, because they can't cast even spells. Ha 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 ha. Wow, that's funny, Jolt. Let's go ahead and grab Herald because I want to steal their lands. I think that'd be really funny. And then what else sounds good? Let's go for the Core Augur. Yeah, this is gonna be a gnarly one. All right, their opponent knows what's up now. They know the jig is up. Brago's over there shaking in his armor. Playing against Brago. He has flying. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control. Then return those cards into the battlefield under their owner's control. I'm just laughing because when you see Buried Alive get fired off, maybe they're going for some zombies, and then you see that you got the Core Augur out here. Then you've got Herald stealing some lands, and then we've got a nice little Void Winnower. All right, now opponent did tap out for the Darksteel Ignis, so let's see if we can't stick a reanimate. I'll go take that. And then do we get the, no, it's going to come to play tab. That's going to come into play tab. Let's go and get the Cavern of Souls down, naming God. That way if we need the mana to pay for something, who knows. And let's go and go for the reanimate on the Void Winnower. Oh yeah, I'll take that. It's going to force him to have some sort of removal, either Path to Exile or something like that. Alright, opponent can't even now. And then anything else we can victimize. No, I think we're okay. Anything? No, we're just going to go and pass turn. Alright, so we have Void Winnower down. Our opponents can't cast spells with even converted mana cost. So that's going to cut off stuff like Remand, Mana Leak, your 2 mana spells. But, oh, they got Swords to Plowshare. Okay. Hey, man, it was worth it. Had to go for it. But that was pretty nice, though. Reanimate, lose life, and then Swords to Plowshare, gain life. So it's kind of like nothing happened. But all we need to do now is get a creature card onto the graveyard, and then we can go for the Victimize, kind of bring some nice little stuff back. Bring back the Herald. Ooh, Vampiric Tutor. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's get on the Dark Slick Shores. It's going to come and play tap either way. And do we want to go for Vampiric Tutor? We could go for something like Living Death, put it on top, lose 2 life. We'll have the Sunken Hollow to get down to the following turn. Or we could Vampiric Tutor something for Victimize. Let's go on Vampiric Tutor for, let's see if we can't grab a creature or Living Death. That will be online for Victimize. I think that sounds pretty good. I think our lowest cost creature in here is Hedron Crab, so that'll be a nice option. Hedron Crab. I hate to sacrifice a Hedron Crab, but we'll get some nice little extra value off that. Where are you, buddy? There we go. Hedron Crab. Mr. Krabby Patties goes on top. Anything else? No. We're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, so this is, as you can tell by our Reanimator target, this is straight Black-Blue Reanimator, which is just, I love Reanimator. This is one of my, like when I play Cube, I always want to go Reanimator, and in fact, I put out a Cube draft for MTG Trader, so if you need to check it out, head on over there. Man, Didn't do so hot. I'll shoot you straight. I ended up forcing black-blue reanimator, but hey, we had some fun. That's what matters. Yeah, I want to do more cube videos, but I just need to put more practice in, basically. Let's go ahead and get the... I got 5 mana up. Do we just get down Hedron Crab and beyond, see if we can't jam Victimize? Yeah, we'll go for that. Get a little graveyard shaking. Get some nice little milling action going. And they don't really have anything that threatening out on the battlefield, so they may have kind of a few more counter spells or answers in their hand. So let's go and go for the land drop for the turn. Put the top 3 cards of our library into our graveyard. Us. Yes. That's the only person I want to mill with Hedron Crab. Alright. And then we hit nothing out of there. Let's see if we can't jam a Victimize. I think that sounds good. We're going to choose these 2 creatures. Let's go for black. You know, Victimize, and then we'll sacrifice Hedron Crab, get that on the battlefield, and they'll be kind of rocking, ready to go. See if they get a counter spell. If they do, that may be good. Dissipate. Counter target spell for being exiled. Okay, so they got it. So at least we're still in line to get down the Scarab God. And then anything else, now we're going to go and pass the turn. Let our opponent do their thing. Alright, sorry about that. I had phone go off. My text switch went off. I just turned my phone off. But yeah, so next time we're looking at the Scarab guy. He's a good guy. We can go for the Scarab God. Get that down. We can use the Cavern of Souls naming God to have that get into the battlefield for sure. And then we just have to watch out for some sort of removal. Oh, bummer. Lavinia, whatever her name is. They're going to be able to keep bouncing that, and then converted mana cost 4 or less. Okay, well, let's get the Scarab God down, and then we'll be okay. Yeah, we can get around that. It's a little bit of a bummer, but yeah, I was thinking it was converted mana cost 5, and they just keep bouncing it. It's always just like kind of like fun police over there. But hey, what would you expect from Brago? That's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, so you're going to bounce those artifacts, and then next time we're looking at going for the Scarab God, and we're going to be able to get around the detain ability because Scarab God costs 5. Let's go to get the Swamp down. It's going to be 3 coming over at us. Oh, yeah. And ooh, you do hit a Grave Titan. Let's go and go for the Scarab God. We're going to go ahead and do blue off the Cavern of Souls. That way it can be uncountered. Or not be counterable. Then tap for 1, 2, and 3. If we can click it. There we go. So we're going to get the Scarab God down. As far as our reanimator targets next turn, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we do hit the land drop, we can actually go for double Scarab God activations. And the cool thing about this is it's an activated ability. We don't have to do it during our turn. It doesn't say activate as a sorcery or anything like that. So what we can do is we can exile the core augur at the end of our turn, our opponent's turn, or at least during their main phase, and then at their end step, they're going to have to discard the rest of their cards. So that would be a good option for us to go for. As long as it's untapped, players can't untap more than 2 permanents during their untapped steps. Okay. But at least we're still going to be able to get around the untapped step. Well, we're going to kind of get in some weird spots with the triggers. At least we have 2 mana up right now, and then we'll be able to untap 2 lands. Yeah, only 2 permanents during the untapped step. We can still go for the core augur, or if we want to, we can start stealing their lands. Well, they got a few artifacts out there. I don't know if we exactly want to be stealing their lands. They'll kind of get around from that. But, yeah, because they'll just tap it in response to that. So, more than likely, we're going to go ahead and go for the core augur. That way we can just get some card draw going, and maybe we can start hitting some artifacts. Untap up to 2 permanents, you peasant. I hate playing against stacks. And I mean, I don't mind it. I like winning against it. That's always, if we can make it. Ooh, Ancient Tomb, beautiful draw. Let's go and get that down. 3 coming across at us. See what else comes down. Traumatized. Okay, just going to go and pass the turn. Now, as far as anything with flying out of the graveyard, we just have core augur. No. So Herald does have flying. So if we want to go for Herald, we can go for Ancient Tomb, and then 2 of those, untap 2 permanents, will still be online for another activation. So we get this down at the end of our opponent's turn, gain control of land you don't control. It's going to force them to kind of start tapping their lands, get a nice little bonus. We'll be able to kind of bluff the Brago. And in fact, we can actually do it in response to Brago swinging in, so we may end up going for that. Which will be nice because it's an activated ability, so they can't really counter it or something like that. Okay, got the Monolith. See if they're going to swing in with Brago. Okay, they are coming in. Before we go to blocks, let's go ahead and go for the Herald activation. Let's go exile the Herald. There we go. And we're going to go and tap the Ancient Tomb. And then black, and then blue. And it's going to be a copy of that card, so we're still going to be able to get around that one. Okay, it's a nice little 4/4 body. It's going to be able to block Brago. Look at Herald jumping out of the graveyard. Let's see what they're tapping out for now. Cyclonic Rift, okay. They still tapped out. It's a bummer, but hey, that is what it is. So we still have the we can still go for the Core Augur, get that on the battlefield, and then they're not going to be able to untap 2 permanents, so they're really not going to have a lot of mana to kind of really do anything with. Well, they can still bounce the their artifacts over there, start generating some mana, but we're going to give it our best. We'll try. Get the Core Augur down, maybe start drawing some cards to kind of draw our way out of this one. It does help that we drew into Ancient Tomb. It is nice. And then we had something like Coffers, and we can start untapping the Ancient Tomb and kind of leave our blue mana up, then we can start going for some nice little activations on that. Alright, so they're going to bounce the Trophy Mage, search the library for an artifact, convert mana costs 3, reveal it, put it in your hand. Let's actually pop up the reveal. Chromatic Lantern, get the Monolith down, Static Orb, cross that off, and they still have the Lantern in their hand. But if we can just stop the Brago from coming across, we'll be good. Ancient Tomb in the Sunken Hollow. No scry action for us. Let's go and get the Scalding Tarn down. Let's go and mill ourselves for 3. And then in response to that, let's go and crack the Scalding Tarn. That we can get a few more options for our for anything that's going to have flying. I can't remember exactly. You know, one of our main flyers is the Overlord in our hand, but at least right now. All right, Cryptghast, the Corpse Connoisseur. I think maybe it'll bounce some stuff. Let's still go and jam the Augur. I think I like going for that. It's going to give us a nice fresh grip. We can untap the Ancient Tomb. We still have 2 other lands untapped. We can kind of slowly get ahead on mana. You know, if we want to, once we get the Augur down, then we can go for the Cryptghast out of the graveyard, and then we'll kind of turn our swamps into double mana, which would be good. We can go for that. But on a side note, if you find yourself lost in the the crypt of the Scarab God, head over to mtgotraders.com. There's a nice little save point for you. You can get your some nice supplies. And if you're not subscribed to the MTGO Traders YouTube channel, be sure you do. I'm making videos for them too. Nice little mix of Commander and Modern. So I have a link down in the description below too. So to get down the Chromatic Lantern, it's going to cross that off. And then, once again, yeah, we just last minute check. We can bring back Wonder if we want to. It's not really going to do much. We'd rather have flying coming out of the graveyard. We do have Possessed Scab. We can reanimate, kind of bring something back to our hand for anything. Yeah, we could simply just kind of bring that back and go reanimate, but I think I like just kind of exiling something on that. Okay, so we're going to swing in with the, coming in hot with Brago. Deal 2 damage. We got 10 total commander damage, but like we're not under any sort of... Well, if we're going to be utilizing Ancient Tomb, we do have to watch out for that. But at least down the Core Augur, maybe kind of draw some stuff. We'll keep Brago under check, or at least try to at least. Let's see if they search up on this Trophy Mage target. But yeah, that's pretty good for the deck. Whenever they release Trophy Mage, a lot of people are talking about they may be doing some sort of swords deck for Modern, which I may have to try and kind of whip something up on that. Always enjoyed it. Before we go to the instep, let's go and exile the Core Augur. Let's go 1-2, black and then blue. Once again, we're just playing our outs. We're going to draw a bunch of cards with the Core Augur. Hopefully we can get into spots where we draw into something that allows us to kind of get out of this. We do have 2 sources of removal in here. We do have Damnation and Toxic Deluge. So, but you know, we could Toxic for 4 and still have the Scarab God out there, but we're going to lose the Core Augur ability. And this is kind of going to force them to have some sort of removal for the Core Augur. If not, then they're going to have to discard their hand during the instep. And this is pretty cool, man. I love it. Whenever you exile a card and it stays black like that. Pretty cool. Untap 2 permanents. Let's go for the Ancient Tomb. Let's go for the Swamp. We're going to scry 1. Worn Power Stone. That'd be something. Yeah, we like that. Let's go and put that on top. That'll give us an option to kind of start to get some extra mana. Okay. Let's go ahead and we go for the Worn Power Stone. It's going to be able to untap. We can untap a couple mana. We go for Corpse Connoisseur. We can go for that. Let's go. Yeah, let's go and go for the Worn Power Stone. We're going to have a fresh grip next turn. We can go Ancient Tomb. We're getting a little close on life total, but hey, see if we can't make it work. Get on the Worn Power Stone. It's going to matter with that 2 mana. And then, oh, excuse me, 2 permanents. Alright, excuse me. We can still use those, though, as our little bit of mana to kind of reanimate, though. I was thinking it was just untap 2 lands. I just not remember it's 2 permanents. But it's at least going to cut us off some sort of activation. But we'll see what we draw into as far as the Core Augur goes. Draw 7. Okay, we do draw into Damnation, and then we draw into Mesmeric Orb, which is a little late to the party. Let's go and chunk the Overlord into the graveyard. That'll be a good reanimator target next turn. We have some nice devotion to black. Well, it'll be 3 with the Overlord out there, but at least if we want to, we can sacrifice it and then kind of have those nice little harpy creatures on the battlefield to kind of buy us a little bit more time with Brago out there. And then instead of untapping the Ancient Tomb now, we can start untapping the Worn Power Stone in another land. So that'll be a way that we're not taking too much damage. Hopefully we can kind of stay... Oh, opponent scoops it up. Come on, dude. That was uncalled for. The game was getting good on this one. Oh, that's a bummer. I may have to post this one up. I'm gonna, hey, the stacks player quits against you. I'm gonna go ahead and call that one. Yeah, I guess their opponent didn't like what was cooking in the kitchen over there. We could have kept that on the battlefield and start swinging in. I don't know. That's a bummer. It's got me a little frustrated on this. But yeah, it was a nice match that was going. So, all right, everybody, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to the Crypt of the Scarab God. Hope you're excited. Hope you're ready to run through there, you little adventurers. Ooh, playing as Thrun. Awesome, man. I always love, hey, I love a good mono green deck. Let's get Thrun over here. Let's get the Scarab God himself popped up. Now, as far as opening hand goes, we do have careful study, so we can get these 2 reanimator targets in the graveyard, which is nice. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to keep on this one. Not that bad. That's a definitely, you always want, a couple reanimator targets. You want something to get something in the graveyard, and then we have a nice little mana base, so we can definitely make this work. A little clunky, but hey, we'll make it work. Any certain way we want to sequence this, I guess we'll just go and get the Underground River down. And do you want to go and go for the careful? Yeah, let's go and go for the careful study. I'm going to tap for blue on this one. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. And then we could Halimar Depths. We have no way to shuffle our library back up. Let's go ahead and put down... Let's get down Void Winnower. Because that's something we want to cast against Thrun. And then, do we want to go for Razaketh or Herald? Let's go for Razaketh, I think. Yeah, we'll get Razaketh into the graveyard. Anything else? No, we're going to go past turn. All right. Welcome to the Scarab God. Hope you love the overlay. Hope you like it. I feel like I wanted to kind of go like Dungeons and Dragons, like a little manual book or something like that. I don't know. It looks kind of cheesy, but I love it. We are playing the Scarab God. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life, and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies that you control. Let's go and go for the Halimar Depths. Maybe we find a way to kind of shuffle our library up, or one of the fetch lands in the top 3 cards of our library. It that betrays coffers. Ooh, that's not exactly what we want to be rocking and rolling with. But the coffers is nice, but we don't really have a lot of way to support it. Let's go It that betrays. Let's go Coffers and then Sunken Ruins. And then anything else we want to go for. No. Okay. I'm going to go and pass turn. So, at the beginning of your upkeep, scry X, and then X is the number of zombies you control. Then for 4 mana, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Then whenever the Scarab God die... Oh, Scavenging Ooze. Ooh, this is going to be brutal. Alright, we're going to have to fight through this bad boy. What can we go for? We might just have to start hard casting stuff. Man, I cannot stand Scavenging Ooze. It's one of the worst cards ever printed in the history of Magic. If you want my honest opinion, it is one of the worst cards printed in the history of Magic. Hate it. Alright, so we're on the... Let's see if we can't generate some mana and start hard casting some of this stuff. I'm not going to let Scavenging Ooze stop us from winning a game, no. No, it's like playing against a stacks player. If you want to beat a Scavenging Ooze, you're going to have to earn it. Alright, we're playing against Thrun. Thrun can't be countered. Hexproof. 2 mana, regenerate Thrun. Alright. We're going to go and cycle this Baron more, and then slowly start building our way towards conquering the Scavenging Ooze, because he's a jerk. He is, man. If you took Scavenging Ooze to a party, I bet he would not tip. I bet Scavenging Ooze would... Like, have you ever heard of Pay It Forward, where somebody buys your drink somewhere, and then they they let everybody else, like this, you're supposed to keep the chain going? I bet Scavenging Ooze wouldn't do that. I bet he'd be like, oh, that's nice, thank you, and then just kind of leave. Oh, Phyrexian Ingester. Okay, now we have something to work towards. Let's go ahead and go... Yeah, we're still kind of shuffling these cards around. Let's go Cavernous Souls, Temple of Deceit, and we'll just go and grab the Ingester. Anything else we have 1, 2, 3 we can go for. Can't get the Corpse Connoisseur down. We can get the Corpse Connoisseur down just to block a little bit, but we'll have to put a creature card in the graveyard which Scavenging Ooze is going to eat, which we don't want to do. So, and then they take our Baron more. But yeah, so we've covered the Commander, we've covered the Scarab God. Okay, I bet also the Scavenging Ooze, I bet he's the type of person that would spit gum out on the sidewalk. I'm trying to think what else. If you've ever been in traffic and... You know how the 2 lanes come into 1 lane, and then if you just get in the left lane, everything's fine, but the people that get all the way up to the front wait till the last minute, put their blinker on, it slows everybody down. I bet Scavenging Ooze, he's always that person in the car. I'm trying to think what else. Phyrexian Ingester. Let's go to get the... I guess it doesn't really matter. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. We're still slowly working towards it. Let's go and get these Sunken Ruins down. I think that sounds good. We just have no swamps to support the coffers. But we can get the Corpse Connoisseur down. And that is a May ability. You may, yes, this is May. We're not going to give any more food to Corpse Connoisseur, to the Scavenging Ooze. Alright, get down the Scavenging Ooze. Be a little bit of a body. So we have looking at a 3-turn clock with Scavenging. Not going to use that ability. Nope. And then if it keeps getting bigger, we can simply just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7. So we can slowly work our way towards a Phyrexian Ingester, which we're going to be okay with. We have Corpse Connoisseur to start chump blocking, so we've got a little bit of time. We can make this work. I'm trying to think what else. Seems like Scavenging Ooze would be the type of person that would go to a fast food restaurant, spill his drink, and then just kind of walk away and say, it's your problem. What other stuff? I'm trying to think. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him. He's probably the worst card. He's power creep in Modern. He's power creep in Magic in general. I can't believe they allowed that to get through. Just terrible. Bad card. Alright, we cannot cast any spells because Hope of Gearpoor, which that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's see what they're casting now. Going for Prey Upon. Okay. They're going to get an extra one out of there. Exile the Corpse Connoisseur. Yep. And then Scavenging Ooze. I bet Scavenging Ooze would be the type of person that wouldn't pay child support. I bet that they'd be like, what do you need child support for? You're a mom, just do your job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 6 and 7 for the next turn. I guess it doesn't really matter how we get it down. We'll go and get the Temple of Deceit down. We're going to go and scry, see what's on top of our library. Cavern of Souls. Let's go put that on the bottom. We're just trying to draw into something to get rid of Scavenging Ooze. We're going to go and pass the turn. They can exile the Hope of Gearpoor down and then kind of make their Scavenging Ooze a nice little... Yep, they just did. It's going to put us down to 3 life left. So we can get the river down. Then we'll finally be online for the Phyrexian Ingester, which will be nice. A little beat stick. Oh, no, exactly. We'll be at 1. Okay. They're going to be able to untap their lands. But, man, yeah. Scavenging Ooze, man. I bet Scavenging Ooze would be the type of person that would trip a kid at the playground and then laugh at them. And then call the kid stupid for being a little kid. Let's go ahead and get the... let's get the... Alright, we're going to tap for 2. I just realized how long I've been just talking about Scavenging Ooze, man. I cannot stand that card. It's the worst card printed ever. Alright, let's get down to Phyrexian Ingester. Get out of here, Scavenging Ooze. It's your time to go, buddy. We've been slowly paying the iron price for this Phyrexian Ingester like a peasant instead of reanimating stuff. Get out of here. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Thank you. Rancor goes back to the hand. Oh, this is great. Love it. Then we can get down Herald. Hopefully we can stabilize at 1 life. Start stealing our opponent's lands. The Scavenging Ooze. Get out. There's no better feeling than exiling a Scavenging Ooze. Look at that, man. What are you going to do now? You going to pick apart our graveyard, buddy? You can't. Phyrexian Ingester ate ya. Alright, opponent does have the prey upon the Rancor in the hand. Let's go ahead and get the what are we going to get down? 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can go for the Scarab God. Let's get the river down. It's going to be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go for the Scarab God. Actually, do we just want to start gaining control of some lands? Or do we need to get the Scarab God down? To get Rancor on there, and be able to swing in. It's going to be 6-4. We can still block. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the Scarab God. I think that sounds good. Let's go Scarab God. Dimir Aqueduct. And tap for 1 more. And we'll go for the Worn Power Stone. And if we just simply need to chump block with the Scarab God, they can regenerate Thrun, which is going to be an issue for us because we're sitting at 1 life. So we're going to have to kind of do some little, like, some extra blocking over here. But if they want to double block, then go for that more. I'm going to have to go for that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're actually 1 away from It That Betrays, which is a bummer. But if we can make this work, we'll try our best. But we do have to watch out for the trample on Rancor. That's gonna be hard for us to kind of push through on that. And then they still have enough mana to go for the regeneration on there too. Berserk. Okay. Oh, bummer. They go to 12-4. We got 10. That's going to be just enough. Hey, but at least we ate Scavenging Ooze. Man, I cannot stand that card. Terrible card. Worst card printed in the history of Magic. You heard it here. All right. So yes, to those of you that say, hey, this is so Reanimator heavy, how do you play around Scavenging Ooze or Graveyard Hate? You don't. You just lose sometimes. And that's a bummer. But we got into Phyrexian Ingester. I'll take that. All right. You got to live the dream sometimes. So, all right, everybody, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.